Hey guys, I can't quite believe I'm saying this, but welcome to the first episode of Bookmas. Okay, we are officially somewhat organised. I love them all so much. Why do books make us so happy? Is this the most exciting day of the bookish calendar? I think for me, maybe it is. Maybe it is. This year, I'm gonna be doing the 12 days of Bookmas, which means that for the next 12 days, we're gonna be hanging out every single day. Festive book shopping, festive reading vlogs, wrap-ups from the whole year. It's gonna have a little bit of everything. Also, after the 12 days of Bookmas, I'm actually gonna post my Bookmas videos from last year onto this channel. For anyone that doesn't know, I actually have another YouTube channel, which is more just kind of like lifestyle-y stuff, if you ever wanna hang out with me over there. But I actually first started posting book videos on that channel just to see how I liked it, see if any of my audience liked it, and then I decided to move it over to its own space. And I think it's really time now that I take the videos down from that channel and then repost them here. I know that maybe is then a little bit weird because they're out of chronological order because they're from a year ago, but I just feel like I feel like they're a bit abandoned over there. I feel like they belong here. And it just then means that anyone that's looking for any of my book videos, they can just find them all in one place. Basically, I'm just saying that it's actually gonna be a little bit longer than 12 days of Bookmas because we're gonna do 12 proper days of Bookmas, and then I'm gonna start posting last year's wintry festive Bookmas vlogs. And hopefully you'll enjoy seeing all the books that I was loving last year. And getting on to today's video, you'll also see the state of the bookshelf last year compared to the bookshelf this year. So for today, to set the vibe, the festive bookish vibe, I really want to give this room a proper festive Christmassy makeover. First, need to get all the books off the shelves, give everything a wipe down, a clean dust. It always gets so dusty on there. I'm then going to go through all my books. I need to reorganize them. Over the last few weeks, I've just been a little bit chaotic at just randomly putting books back on the shelves when I get them off. I can see I've got TBR books in amongst books that I've already read. You know that's not how I organize my shelves. I want to get everything down, do a full organize, review how many I've got in each of my different genres, which will just be so interesting to see. I did this time last year, so if you do watch my old Bookmas video once I post it on here, you'll be able to see the difference between how many fantasy books, romance books, lit fic books, etc. I had last year compared to this year, which I think is going to be so much fun. I'll see if there's any I want to unhaul. I don't know if I'm really going to do that much unhauling. I'm usually pretty selective about which books I buy. And then once I've done my full review, my full clean, we can do the fun bit. Well, I guess it's, to be honest, it's all fun for me, but we can do the really fun bit, which is getting them all back on the shelves in a new structure and a new format. I love mixing up the bookshelves every now and again. And then we're going to decorate them for Christmas. I've also got some new bedding that I want to put on the bed, and I've got all my Christmas decorations for my shelves. Oh, I'm so excited. So by the end of the day today, we are going to have brand new shelves that are all Christmassy and festive, and I can really buckle in for my next few weeks of cozy festive reads. And I'm going to sit in that chair, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to sit in my bookish chair in front of my festive shelves. Yes, I'm so excited. Okay, first things first, let me show you what they're looking like now so we can get a true kind of before and after. Okay, I'm climbing onto the bed. This is where we are at right now. I've got all of my kind of contemporary romances up there. We've obviously got sports romance. Again, a kind of just random romancey shelf. Some fantasy that's got all a bit mixed up, why are Diabound and Quicksilver just shoved in the middle like that, and why is Alchemy of Secrets there? I haven't read that yet, so that's very random. And If We Were Villains is just randomly on that shelf as well. I've got my little Throne of Glass dedicated shelf. I can't tell, I don't know what to do this year, whether I'm gonna keep that or whether it's time for other things to have their moment. But I just feel as a series, I don't know, maybe we'll have to keep it. And then who on earth knows what this is? This is just a complete random mix of books. Some books I've read, some books I haven't, some books I liked, some books I didn't. I mean, who knows what that is? And then we've got down here, this shelf, which is so just badly decorated, and it's actually got some of my favorite books ever on. So I feel those really need to get bumped up and displayed somewhere more important. I think got my cowboy romance shelf. That's always going to be an excellent one. Another really random one. This is such an odd assortment of books. And then over here, again, we've got a bit of an empty, sad fantasy shelf. All roads lead here next to Red Rising. Cool, that makes sense. And then these are the two TBR shelves, but I don't think this is correct either because I've read Wildcard and I've read People Watching and I've read Thursday Murder. I've read some of these. Oh, and look, there's One Dark Window. It's all gone. Normally my books do not get this chaotic, but they really have this year. here. So this is the before, okay? Everyone memorize it so we know how good the transformation is going to be. And then this is what the bed is currently looking like. We've just got white bedding, and then this is like my spring summer strawberry blanket, which I kind of flipped over so it felt a little bit more autumnal because I didn't really have one for autumn. But I feel like this has to go probably because 'tis not strawberry and flowers season right now. Okay, this is the before. It's officially time. Let's get everything off the shelves and let's get organizing. Just like that, all the books are off the shelves. I find it so crazy when I see all the books just like in a pile like this. They truly barely fit on the bed. Like I've had to pile them all up here. Oh, it's like all my children. I love them all so much. Why do books make us so happy? I don't even know. Like all of these little bundles of paper have entire like universes and worlds inside and just like people that I love to hang out with. It's so crazy to me. It's so cool. Okay, right. This is all obviously not organized in any kind of way, as you can definitely tell. But first, I really want to get all these shelves like dusted and cleaned. I don't think it's like too bad, actually. Maybe I've been like better this year or something, because last year the dust was crazy, but it's not great. It's not too bad, but it's not great either. So I'm gonna get these cleaned, then we'll organize these. We are officially somewhat organized. It's not perfect, like as in within a series I haven't got everything like all in necessarily the right order, but when I put it all back onto the shelves, obviously I'll perfect that. I just wanted everything roughly in categories so that I could just see it, because it's just fun and cool and nice to be able to just see all my books and see how many I've got in each kind of genre. And it also helps me plan out like how I want them to go back on the shelves, like how I want to kind of design my shelves, how I want them to look. So, quick tour of the books. All the way along here and up to like here, like half, all of this row and half of this row is romance. That covers all of our general kind of summary contemporary romance, all of my Emily Henry, my Christina Lauren, all of my Hannah Bonham Young, my Elsie Silver, just all my general cowboy romances, my Elle Kennedy, my Liz Tom Ford, all of my sports romances, and then up this end I've got my Magnolia Parks, which I haven't actually read all of these yet. Oh, my one solitary Mariana Zapata book, All Roads Lead Here, was so good. I'm even like kind of craving a reread of it. So this is all contemporary romance, like quite a lot. And then like I said, from about here we start with fantasy. So I've got the Powerless trilogy, which was honestly not really my favorite. Like I could unhaul those, but I feel like I put so much time into the trilogy. I never actually bought Fearless. I listened to the audiobook of most of it and then I kind of DNF'd it and gave up. But I did actually really enjoy the novella Powerful. Like this was my favorite one of this series, I think. Got my Fourth Wing, Six of Crows, Quicksilver, my Kindred Cursed Saga series, the Book of Azrael. Honestly, this one is plaguing me so much because I'm like remembering their story and I keep thinking about like Diana and Samkiel and the fact that, I don't know, maybe I'll try the second book, but maybe that's just me, like maybe that's not worth my time. But I just think the story is so much fun. But the writing was really killing me. Oh, the Bone Season. See, this does not belong here because I haven't read this yet. Pop this on the TBR shelves. Then let me come around this side. I'm sorry the sunlight is so aggressive today. I don't know how well you can actually see me, but I'm not going to complain about it being lovely and sunny, but it probably means that the quality of like what you can see is not amazing. But anyway, then we have this row, which is then all fantasy. We've obviously got a lot of Sarah J Maas, my Kerry Maniscalco. I've put my paranormal romances of Bride and Mate in this section as well. Kristen Ciccarelli, Julie Soto, still crashing out over Rose and Chains, oh my god. Actually, that reminds me, we're gonna pause. I'm gonna go find my copy of Alchemized, like where, ooh, secured. I couldn't remember for ages like where I put this because it wasn't in here, it wasn't in the rest of the house. Well, obviously it was somewhere in the rest of the house, but I've been trying to find my copy of Alchemized and I just remembered where it was. Yay, so this also needs to go on the TBR pile. What else have we got here? My indie copy of Diabound. I loved this. When the Moon Hatched, and then all of my Throne of Glass. And then we have this little section, which really is not big enough. We need more books in this next year. I think I probably said that last year as well. But this section is then kind of like other. We've got our mystery thriller, all of the naturals, my new fave book, If We Were Villains. Another absolute favourite of mine this year was Hello Beautiful by Anne Napolitano. This book destroyed me and it was so good. Circe and the Song of Achilles, these two are two of my faves. It's funny to me how like some of my favourite books ever are in this pile, but this pile is so small. I think it's because a lot of literary fiction like really messes me up and therefore I can't read a lot of it. Like I can't binge too much literary fiction. I need to mix it up with some light-hearted stuff over here to keep me ticking along. And then of course I've got all of my TJR because she is just the best. Oh, another favourite that I read this year was the Mindfuck series. Oh, we had a whale of a time reading this one. This is just so, oh, okay, the Inheritance Games are snuck in here. This is also for the TBR. This sunshine is so mega. But if I put the blinds down, it'll just be pitch black in here. Anyway, and then I have here, I can't see anything. Then I have here, everything on the chat is what I haven't read yet, which is so fun because I can already remember from last year when I did basically this exact same exercise. All of my books, including the books I hadn't read yet, could all fit on the bed, and now they don't. And now they're all here. To be honest, I'm not going to go through all of these books because I feel like you guys see what's on my TBR so regularly. But this is the current pile and we are going to count them. So I'm going to do that very quickly so I know just roughly how many books I've got sitting waiting for me. Every time I go to the bookshops, this pile needs to humble me and bring me back down to earth. And I have my own little bookshop at home. Look how many books are here and they're all so good. I don't need to go to the bookshop. Anyway, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 38, 39, 40, 41. Okay, I can cope with that. 41. We have a 41 book strong physical TBR. I am going to get all of these loaded up into Fables. So I've got a proper shelf in there for all of my physical TBR books. Maybe it's part of my 2026 reading goals. I haven't set those yet. Maybe I'll set kind of like a how big I'm willing for this physical TBR to get. Like maybe I'll set like a 30 book max physical TBR and it can never get bigger than that or something fun like that. I don't know. I'll have a think about it. There are seriously so many books on here I'm excited to read. Too little time, too many books. I did it! We did it! It's done! Well, like this part is done. We obviously have not got to the decorating part yet, but yay! Okay, I hope you're ready for a tour. Let me show you around. Let's start at the top and then we'll like work our way down. So the top row is pretty romance heavy. I have got, I'd say, some of like my favorite romances on this first shelf. It's like one of the first shelves that you really see when you like walk into the room. I don't know why. My eyes kind of just always go to the top left. Maybe that's just because that's how we read a book. I don't know, you start top left, don't you? So I pulled out Funny Story and Just for the Summer. It's actually a very like summery shelf, and then I roguely have Holiday Romance and Snowdin on there, but they're just two of my favorite romance books and I just don't know where else to put them. I don't want to like put away Christmas. I don't know. I don't have enough Christmassy books to have a Christmas dedicated shelf. So for now, they're just going there. Then the next one along here, again, we just have more romance, and I've pulled out Better Than the Movies. This feels like a very cozy one to have pulled at this time of year. I also, to be honest, maybe I would prefer to have All Roads Lead Here pulled out, but there's so many of these that are my favorites. I just picked one and I was feeling like I miss Wes and Liz. So, and then we move on to this shelf, which really is the most random out of all of them. I don't even know what the deal is with this shelf. And to be honest, it's not even fully organized. Like, look, maybe I'm just going to switch those around now. Those two Lauren Ashes should really go together. But this is kind of, oh yeah, and the L. Kennedys. Okay, this isn't very well organized. I clearly just put this up and thought I was done. This is kind of like other romance. I don't know. They all kind of looked quite nice together from a color perspective. I thought these ones all went quite nicely together, and they didn't necessarily fall into like favorites, which is these two, but maybe some of them do. I don't know. Basically, top row is romance. Then we come down a row and we have a full fantasy row. In my mind, I can't explain it. Just to me, all of these go well together. This shelf makes me so happy. I'm a bit sad about this like stubby little Nocticadia. I'd love to be able to fit it in, yeah, I just can't. But basically, it's just holding the space for when any one of these hardbacks is finished. And they will go on my very nice hardback fantasy shelf. All of these hardbacks are so stunning, and Rose and Chains obviously has pride of place. And to be honest, kind of pride of place on the whole shelf, because it really is like that middle like main shelf. Then I have stuck with having a Throne of Glass dedicated shelf. It probably is just really too epic not to. But I really like the way that I've done it this time, and I've pulled out Queen of Shadows and Tower of Dawn, two of my fave books from the series. I mean, again, pretty much from Queen of Shadows onwards, like every single one of those four is like, you could probably call my favorite book of the series, just all four of them. And honestly, for me, Tower of Dawn was like a 6-star read. I really thought it was so good. But yeah, I like having my Throne of Glass shelf just be decorated a little bit differently to how it's always been before. Previously, I've always had the Throne of Glass as like the first book to kind of signal like this is the Throne of Glass shelf, but love it. Then coming all the way back over to the left again, we've got my kind of other literary fiction, mystery thriller shelf. My issue with these is that they don't all go together nicely. Like, clearly there's an aesthetic when you make a fantasy book or when you make a romance book. There is not really an aesthetic when it's just other. So I don't think these look great, especially that bright yellow Daisy Jones, but that doesn't matter. I don't want to be one of those people that turns the books around. I think they all deserve their moment. And then obviously I've pulled out If We Were Villains, because that's just truly altered my brain chemistry, that book. Then I've given another, like, this is a very prominent shelf, this one as well. I've given this slot to Hockey Romance. I think it's just very apt for this time of year. And then I pulled out two books from the Windy City series. I can't choose which two are my favorite. Rewind It Back, there were a lot of tears because it was the last one. Caught Up, there's just something a little bit magic in there, but equally like The Right Move and Play Along are probably my favorite like romances. Anyway, can't choose. And then I've got the Off Campus series, which is also just one of my favorite series. It was one of my OG kind of favorite series, and then The Graham Effect and The Dixon Rule. But I actually put like The Charlie Method, which is one of the books in the series, like up there because I didn't like that one as much. Well, I said I didn't like it as much. I read a bit of it and I didn't even finish it. But I thought The Dixon Rule was so funny, and The Graham Effect I loved as well. So we've got a fave ice hockey romance shelf. Coming down one, this time I've just given Elsie her own shelf entirely. I used to have like other cowboy romances all on one shelf, as you saw. Now I'm just giving Elsie, I'm just giving her all of it. And I've pulled out A Full Start from Gold Rush, which is my favorite one from that book. Reckless from Chestnut Springs, obviously. And then I didn't have enough space, like I can't fit these books that way, which is really annoying. So I couldn't pull out my favorite from there. But we are heading to Emerald Lake in 2026. So these are gonna all have to turn up so we can make room for the new series. Then I'm kind of jumping all over the shop a bit, but I've got Sarah J Maas, Pen Cole, and then Six of Crows. This is probably like another fave fantasy books, but ones that are kind of not new to the game. They're kind of more old school fantasy books that I've loved. And then I've just for now stuck my Magnolia Parks books down there. You can't really see them from the bed, so they're a bit out of sight. And then I've put my basket that has all my bookish stuff in there. And then behind there I've got my cherry pillow, which I really prefer to pull out in the summer. And I've got some bookmarks and stuff. And then we have the 2 TBR shelves. Going forward, I'm just going to try and keep the TBR to 2 shelves. So we've got fantasy, and then we've got other. So this is like lit fic, mystery thriller, romance, just anything that's not fantasy. And these are the 2 shelves that we're working with. And oh my gosh, there are so many good books on here. I really need to carve out some reading time. Sometimes I really just wish I could cancel all other plans and just read. And there we have it. Now we need to decorate for Christmas, which is definitely the most fun bit. So I'm gonna go grab all the bits that we're gonna use to decorate, and then we can get going. I'm so ready for it to feel festive in here. We did it, it's all done. I'm gonna wait now a few hours until it gets properly dark, and then we can turn on the candles and the fairy lights and we can see the full Christmassy makeover in full effect. But just quickly, while it is still light, what do we think of the bedding? Because I love it. Because this is my girly pink room, I've always wanted some pink bedding in here, and I think this is so nice. I love the fact that it's like a different stripe, the inside to the outside, like it's reversible, and like the pillowcases are as well. The sheet is like obviously just this type of stripe, but I think it's so nice. And then I love these pillows. I think they go so well with the pink and just so well in here in general. And then I've put the other one, because I got a pack of 2, on my chair, which is just perfect. And then on the shelves, I think they're looking so good. It feels really different, which I'm enjoying. It also feels really full, which is just crazy to see how much can change in, I don't know, 18 months. These shelves were empty like 18 months ago, which is just truly crazy. But they make me so happy. So this is it. And having the sunshine today, oh, you can see like the sun is starting to set now, but it's just made this so nice. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go probably do some reading, and I'll see you in a little bit once it's dark. It's all done. Look, I love it. I also found this tree, let me show you. I remember I bought this tree like really late into the season, like literally a couple of days before Christmas Day last year. And I kind of made the little baubles myself. This is my own like little silver wrapping that I made the little like ribbon loops out of. So I dangled them off this little tree that I bought separately. I want to see if maybe I could get some fairy lights to put in the tree as well, which would then look so cute on the shelves, because the little cubby that I'm putting it in could do with some lights. But just to show you that the shelves also have their own little Christmas tree. It's just gonna live right there. And truly, I'm so happy with them. Obviously, I do think the brightness, it doesn't look, like I can see how bright it looks on screen. In real life, that doesn't look as bright in contrast to the candles. I think I am gonna get some more. I think I literally said this in the exact same version of this video that I made this time last year, that I was gonna buy some more of the LED candles to go on the bookshelves. Obviously, hopefully you saw, but just in case there's any doubt, those candles are LED battery powered. They're not real at all, but I need to get a few more of them so I could have them, maybe not one in every single like shelving cubby, but I think we could do with a couple more just sprinkled in there. And the Christmas tree pillow, I'm so happy with those. TK Maxx, for anyone that wants to go hunt them down. They definitely had multiple of them when I was in there. And that is a wrap on day 1 of Bookmas. I'm so excited for all of the cozy, happy, festive vlogs to come, and I will see you back here tomorrow for the next one. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're in the middle of the loveliest book, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Bye guys.